Hi, BigTractor Power fans. I'm at the 2020 National Farm Machinery Show. I'm here with Jeffrey Barnes from John Deere, and we're going to talk about an exciting new planter option the company has coming out, and it has to do also with this John Deere 4430 that we have parked over here. So that's a great classic John Deere, but not one you expect to see at the 2020 show.
That's exactly right. You normally don't think of a brand new John Deere planter pairing up with a 4430 tractor, but this new 1745 planter does just that. It works with the tractor that's in the producer's shed today, folds up to a nice narrow transport of about 12 feet wide. Going to work with those older tractors, low hydraulic requirements, and a split row configuration for narrow row soybeans.
Oh, very nice. And I guess we could take a maybe walk over here and just kind of look at the hitch, and hooks right up to the classic sound guard.
Exactly. As far as the attachment to the tractor, it's really straightforward. There is some adjustment on the hitch to make sure the planter is level based on the drawbar height. One set of hydraulic circuits to run the whole planter, raise, lower markers, and the fold, all tied to that one circuit. A few electrical connections on this machine, but nothing that isn't already available for the 4430.
Oh, that's great. And I guess we can look at the frame here too. So this has a narrow transport. What sizes or widths are available on this planter?
This planter, the 1745, will come in a 20-foot width. You can do a straight 8-row 30-inch configuration, or you can go ahead and add the split rows to do 15 rows on a 15-inch configuration. It'll go down the road about 12 feet 2 inches wide, and about just under 13 feet tall.
Okay. And it's got we can see the pivot cylinder there.
Yep, the main pivot cylinder will allow it to get to that just under 13-foot height. If you do have say a 12-foot door on your machine shed, we can put this in a storage position where that main cylinder will rock forward just a hair to get it under 12 feet.
Very nice. And now this one has chemical tanks on it for starter fertilizer. Are there other options for this planter as well?
As far as fertilizer options go, you do have the liquid system, 300 gallons of capacity with the frame-mounted fertilizer openers, which is more of an offset from the row.
And that's this unit up here?
That's the unit up front here.
Okay.
You can also do an in-furrow setup with the 300-gallon system. And then lastly, you can get dry fertilizer with this planter as well. And if you're not running fertilizer, there's a central fill option that will match up with the 1745.
Okay. Well, that's somewhat like the classics, like the original 7000s having that dry fertilizer feature.
Yep, it's
and then the modern feature having that bulk fill.
Exactly. Have a little bit of the old classic John Deere planters with the latest John Deere technology as well. 3 different types of monitoring system. Going back to the CompuTrack 350 gives you that population, but you can also option up to SeedStar 2 or SeedStar XP, so you can get your singulation information when you're planting corn.
So I also see, while we're sitting on this side, we look up on the roof of the tractor, you have the John Deere Green Star 6000 receiver, so that, again, it's not something from the 1970s, but it looks like you can pair it up to a 40-year-old tractor.
You sure can. That's a great point, that even though this tractor never even dreamed of doing auto track, in today's age we can put in the auto track universal steering wheel, put a Starfire receiver up on the top, and perform auto track during the planting operation. As matching up to the planter, you can keep it pretty low spec, if you want to call it that, with mechanical meters, finger pickup, radial beam. Or you can go with the vacuum route if you're looking for that adjustability with the vacuum machine. So a lot of options on this planter to really make it match your operation.
Right. Do you mind if we take a look at some of the row units back here?
Yeah, absolutely.
So here we can see the split configuration. And
yes, right now we are actually set up for corn, and the reason I know this is we have the insecticide box for our corn units, with a 1.6 bushel corn hopper. But if we were to go to soybeans, we would drop the soybean rows down, and we would take these 2 hoppers off and put a 3 bushel hopper on those rows as well. So you have about 45 units of capacity.
Very nice. And so this is your soybean box, 3 bushel,
Correct. Yep.
and up front there's the 1.5 bushel.
Exactly. But this, like I was saying, it will come with 8 extra 3 bushel hoppers, so you can do 3 bushels across the board and get that 45 units.
That's nice. And then just wanted to show the row units lifted up. So is that just pulling a pin and lowering when you want to?
There's
the
a
15
latch up on the front, and there's a long lever that we attach to the row to give us some leverage to lift it up and put it into the corn configuration. As you can see, there's about maybe a foot or so of difference in height between the corn row and the soybean row. So these won't be touching the ground as you're planting corn. Of course, we drop them down to plant soybeans. Nice thing about this is this row unit is on our other John Deere planters. Cast iron shank, very durable design. It's actually the same cast iron shank we have on our high-speed planters. When we took it and we put the Max Merge 5 row unit on the machine for those traditional planting speeds.
Very nice. Well, I'm excited to see this planter, and I hope to see one out in the field on a good-looking classic tractor.
Yes, absolutely. I'm excited to see them out there. There will be a few different training events coming up throughout the March through May time frames to talk to your local dealer about maybe attending one of those training events. Ordering will be available June 1st. That'll be the first time you can go to the dealer, see the price, and order a machine for spring of 2021.
Sounds good. Well, I'll look forward to being out in the field in 2021 and seeing one of these at work.
Me too. We'll see you there.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.